Comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So, just a continuation from what I was talking about yesterday. Before the fucked up Friday, my conversion to Buddhism and being a good person. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming at some point. But I was thinking, I'm like, how hard is it just to completely fucking change? I'm like, who does that? Just goes from like one thing to another. And then I was driving in the car with my kid, and guess who pops on? Fucking Cat Stevens. Or Yusuf Islam. And I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Cat Stevens did it. And I fucking love Cat Stevens, by the way. When I was young, when I was about my son's age, I fucking loved him. So I bought a little CD, Best of Cat Stevens, at a fucking secondhand store because we've got the CD player in the car, and cranking Cat Stevens, and my son loves it as well. I remember listening to Cat Stevens when I was younger and being nostalgic about the present. You get me? I remember listening to Remember the Days of the Old Schoolyard. Remember the days of the old schoolyard. We used to laugh a lot. Oh, don't you remember? And I'd be listening to that, just thinking to myself, fuck yeah, grade 3 is sick. I fucking love grade 3. These are good times. I am having a lot of laughs. And then I would listen to something like Wild World and feel like I'm a philosopher. Like I'm an old wise philosopher. You know, I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two. 'Cause I never wanna see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl, but if you want. And I remember when I was younger, there was a period there that the only person I would want to have seen live was Cat Stevens. And I asked my dad about him, like, can we go see Cat Stevens? And my dad was like, he's not Cat Stevens anymore. I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, he stopped singing music. He became a Muslim. His name's Yusuf Islam now. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I know I think I'm a philosopher because I'm singing Wild World, but I don't have any idea what any of that means. And I never really thought about the significance of doing that until today. Because me and him are in very similar situations. Me and Cat Stevens, I mean, the similarities are endless. He sold 100 million records. I'm begging alcoholics to buy me a pint. So we are very fucking similar. But I thought about it. So in the height of his career, the 70s, he converted to Islam and then stopped playing music, stopped playing all his music, gave it up and just dedicated his life to religion, philanthropy, and probably some other stuff as well. I think he had 8 kids or something. So he was doing some fucking at some point. But the balls it must have fucking taken, the pressure he must have been under, he would have fucking had every cunt just go and make another album, Cat. And he's like, the name's Yusuf. And they're like, yeah, cat, dog, fucking Yusuf, whatever. Just make another album, cunt. That's all we're asking. And he's like, no, I'm choosing this new path. This is my direction. That's it. That's pretty fucking wild. He toured with fucking Jimi Hendrix, Cat Stevens, Yusuf Islam, and just gave it all up to pray 5 times a day. It seems to happen to a few people like that as well. Bob Dylan went full Christian, even though he's a Jew, and started singing Christian songs. Van Morrison also pretty deep into God, although I think he was always pretty spiritual. I think something happens when you get to our level of fame, like me, Bob Dylan, Cat Stevens, Van Morrison. Like, we just see behind the curtain, I think. Like, there's only so much you can take before you have to anchor yourself to something. You have to anchor yourself to something you believe is true. I'll be changing my name as well to something fucking Tibetan or Buddhist or something. I think you can just do that. I think you can just change your name. I will be like, I don't know, Rinpoche Boyle. Oh, fuck. I've been listening to music lately as well. Paul Simon's another one I fucking love. Slip Sliding Away, that will fucking get me crying. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. There's a section of it, there's a verse that fucking, when I was listening to it the other day, properly listening to it, almost made me cry. It goes, I know a father who had a son. He longed to tell him all the reasons for the things he'd done. He came a long way just to explain. He kissed his boy as he lay sleeping, then he turned around and headed home again. Slip sliding away. If you really think and fucking visualize those lyrics, it's pretty powerful. Anyway, it's Saturday night. Oh, there's another song. It's another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money, I just got paid. Oh, how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. There's another Cat Stevens. Anyway, fucking that'll do it for tonight. It's hot, it's sweaty, I'm over it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.